Fans of this game have had to wait over 15 years for a new entry. Now that it's finally out, is it any good? I don't know, we haven't even played the intro yet. So what are you waiting for? Play the intro already! Konnichiwa, minasan. Watashi no nama wa Jimenai desu. I told you last time I'd be bringing this game to you, and let it not be said I do not deliver. It should be noted, I never really played much of the original King's Quest series. The only games I ever played at any length were 6 and 8, and I enjoyed them both thoroughly. I mean, I played little bits of the others here and there, but 6 and 8 were the only ones I ever played, I think, to completion, if not pretty darn close. So, the news of the development of a new King's Quest game naturally piqued my interest, and now, finally get to try it out. You guys are invited to come along for the ride. Soredewa, without further ado, Kyou no game, start! It's over here, isn't it? Start!
Well, as I said at the open of the show, fans have had to wait something like 17 years for a new King's Quest game to come out, and I made you wait even further by having to delay my coverage of it by a week. So after all this waiting, let's hope this game is worth it, huh? This is King's Quest Chapter 1, because this will be an episodic game. There will be 5 total chapters. Chapter 1 is entitled A Night to Remember, with night spelled with a K. See what I did there? Isn't it clever? Chapters 2 to 5 are not out yet, but you can still get access to them if you so desire, because there are multiple pricing options associated with this game, and it applies to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, wherever you want to get it. Chapter 1 by itself costs $10, and I imagine that will apply to each of the individual chapters as they are released. You can, however, also get a Season Pass, which costs $30. That grants you access to chapters 2 through 5 as they come out, but you need to already have chapter 1. Or you can get the Complete Collection, which costs $40. That grants you access to chapters 1 through 5, as well as an exclusive playable epilogue. However, since chapter 1 is the only one out right now, and its price fits within the budget of our show, that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Excuse me. New King's Quest was developed by a group called the Odd Gentlemen, who've had a little bit of a game history. Their very first game was a puzzle platformer called The Misadventures of P.B. Winterbottom. I don't know about you, but I want to try that game out just from the name alone. They've also made a PS3 game called Slap Happy Sam, an iPhone game called Flea Symphony, as well as a game for the PC and Mac called Wayward Manor, which was created by the famous author Neil Gaiman. The game was published by Sierra Entertainment, the King's Quest game that is, not Wayward Manor. Sierra Entertainment, of course, also responsible for publishing and creating the original King's Quest games. And they've also published some other famous game series as well, including Leisure Suit Larry and Gabriel Knight. Now, as far as this King's Quest game is concerned, it's a little bit difficult to narrow down where it fits in as far as continuity is concerned. Because from what I've read, this is not necessarily a full-blown reboot. They are still treating the older games as canon. But some of the events might be sort of reimagined for the purposes of this game. And by the same token, this game is not officially considered the 9th in the series. So I guess we'll have to pay attention and see where this comes in. I think the research that I've done indicates that the stories, the chapters of this game sort of fit in between the older games. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of references to the older games are made as we play the game. Speaking of which, what do you say we do that? Now you can see an older gentleman there in the mirror, and if I highlight this, you can see a younger gentleman. They are both the same person. They are King Graham, of course the famous main character of the majority of the older King's Quest games. The way this game is set up is the older King Graham is sort of recounting stories of his adventures to his granddaughter, and you are basically controlling his younger self. Very interesting. And speaking of which, there he is, the younger self. I like the graphic style, I have to say. And it looks like we've got a tooltip already. Tab brings up our inventory, if I can pronounce it correctly, which has a grand total of nothing in it. But we know how to bring it up, so that's nice to know. So let's see. It's WAS and D to move. I wonder if the arrow keys can move. The arrow keys can move as well. Excellent. This game has been released on the PlayStation and Xbox as well, so I imagine this PC version might be compatible with the controller. I don't know. I may just put that theory to the test later on in this video. I may not. Spacebar lets us look. So let's look, see what we can see. It's a well with a handle. So the older games, of course, went for the point-and-click mechanic. This one seems to be shying away from that, instead relying on keyboard interactions. And we're going down the well. Love the lighting effects there.
I had not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
Now that voice you just heard is, as I said, the older King Graham relating his stories. You'll hear his narrations every now and again because, obviously, again, these chapters are just, his older adventures, which he's telling to his granddaughter, whom you will also hear every now and again, I believe. Let's see, is this a mattress or something? Whatever it is, I can't move it, so I doubt it's a mattress. Oh crap! That was close. Let's see, what do we... Oh, it's a door. I hope I didn't miss anything. Oh, well, somebody knows I'm here. Bell rang. Let's see if I can go back in and look. No, I can't. Invisible wall. Great.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
That was kind of clever, if that was what I think it was. I mentioned that this game treats the older games as canon, but they may or may not be sort of reimagined for this game. That might have been sort of an in-joke, a reference to that. Then again, I might be overthinking it. Anyway, as I was about to say, it's usually sort of my way of playing to look at everything, explore everything, click on everything when I'm playing these sorts of games, and I totally didn't look at that room in there. Saw, ooh, door, and I just went through it. Hopefully I'll do a little bit better. Nice music. nice setting in general. I have to say I'm loving this game. Let's see. Am I going to have to jump that? Oh, no, he automatically jumps. Good. But yeah, I just love that waterfall in the background. And I've only heard 2 lines of dialogue, but from what I could tell, the voice acting is not that bad.
2 odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Now, I'm actually hoping to pick the wrong switch here, and it's easier to show you why first. Let's see, is it this one? There we go.
And that's what would have happened if I turned the left switch. But since I am here telling this story, you already know that I pulled the right one.
And that's what I wanted to show you. See, obviously, as these are just stories that are being told at some point in the future, it would make no sense if you died along the way. So what happens if you do? It's just explained away as something that would have happened if you did the wrong action, or that your older self is just remembering it wrong. Let me tell it again. I like how they explain away any deaths that you might have within the context of these being stories that you're telling. That's clever. Oh dear. And here I go ignoring my policy again when I got lots of stuff to look at.
Monitors and beds were jammed into every nook and cranny of that cave. It all seems so familiar.
I was going on about how the voice acting wasn't that bad. That was a little over the top. It all seems so familiar. He almost sounded like he was trying to do his best Deckard Cain impression. Stay a while and listen.
Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
Why is there a bed in this? Why are there several beds in this cave?
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa.
That's the
I don't
granddaughter.
remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
I have a feeling fans of the original series also know the source of that deafening wind. Because this, I believe, is a revamp of one of the puzzles from the original game. And I shall say no more to avoid spoilers. Oh. Gotta be careful. Ah!
Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
Do you want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to...
Uh-huh.
My way, too. Add a shinier hat to my collection.
That's what you get, you smart-ass kid. Don't interrupt your grandpa telling the stories. Kids these days, they have no respect. Honestly. So I wonder if I can take that arrow. No, I can't, because another invisible wall. That... I'm gonna have to complain about that a little bit. Because both the door and that area back there, there's no reason they should have been locked or cut off.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
I would like to have seen sort of totally free exploration within this game. As it is, it seems like it's a little linear. See, I can go back there. Well, I mean, I suppose I have to because the wheel that I need to turn is back there, but still. That's kind of what I like about games in general. When you can go backtrack, look at things you missed.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap.
Yeah, that was clever, all
I used
right.
my cleverness to hide.
Yep, Dragon's too dumb for a bed. Awesome.
Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers.
It's like, what? Was he already pierced with an arrow, or am I going to have to? He said he was half blind, so I guess he already is. I didn't notice.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle.
Oh, okay.
Someone tampered with it, creating some silly
Maybe I need to get it from my
conundrum.
inventory then.
What did you use to fix the broken switch?
Well, gee, let me see. I've only got one item in my inventory. Maybe I used that. Nice way of dropping a hint. And a bridge. I'm just being all sorts of rude to this cave.
The
I may have to
dragon's
switch to the
chains
controller.
were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall.
Wait, how did that happen? I thought his neck was free when he was looking for me when I was in that bed. I don't know. Anyway, so I was saying I may have to switch to the controller because the WAS and D key, it looks like there's maybe just 4 area directions you can move. Or maybe 8, you can combine them. But it may be a little smoother with the controller. I don't know. When I get out of this cave, I'll try it. Ooh. Love the music as I sneak along. There, the end of
After
the
he
cave.
briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Amira was my only friend.
Yeah, Mira probably is your only friend, you brat. I have a feeling I don't want to let that touch me. Why is there somebody on that bed? I thought that was my shtick, hiding in the bed in the caves. Oh, go, go, go. Thank you. Why is the bed wrapped with spikes anyway? And who is that guy? Can I talk to him? Nah, he's too surrounded by spikes. So I'm going to assume he's asleep or dead. Either way, I care not for him. King Graham has no time for this. Oh, hi there. Okay, he's already been blinded. He's got the arrow in his eye. Hide! Nope, nothing to see here. Nobody in the beds. Well, except that idiot in the water, but... Nope, I'm not here. Alright. Avoid the pile of bones. More sneaking and more sneaking music. This game is definitely charming. I'll give it that. I like it. Oh, hey, grab, hide. Now that one wasn't my fault. Bed fell on its own. You cannot blame me for that. Yes, go back to sleep, Dragon. Thank you. Let's see, anything in here? Apparently not, because while facing away from the ladder, I grabbed the ladder, so... Nothing for me. Oh, yeah, I'm just making all sorts of noise.
I thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
Yeah, I'd probably find a way to hit that. I'm too clever for this. What do I do? Okay, a zoom in on the wheel does not help me. Thank you very much. Let's go exploring this way, though. Oh! Yeah, go on, take it. He ain't gonna need it. Why is the bow floating? Oh, I suddenly have it. Excellent. Alright, the bow controls are mouse-driven. You just look around with the mouse. And I don't know if it's automatic for this one level or not, but I did not draw the bow. It automatically drew itself. The only thing I'm doing is moving it. And it looks like that targeting reticle gets bigger when you have something you can actually shoot. So let's do that. Let's fire with the spacebar. Yes, behold my mad bone bow skills. Bone bow is nothing dirty. Don't worry about that. Ay, crap! I was just about to say this bridge does not look stable to me. I think it's... Oh, no, because I was moving that time. I was going to say standing still is what causes it to collapse, but I was moving for that second one.
The mirror called out to me.
Really? I don't hear it. Alrighty, we got another
A
wheel.
ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Oh, there's some meat there. I didn't even see that. Alright, so we turn the wheel and we send some meat down to the beast who does... Oh, there's a bell there. I probably have to ring it to wake him up. Yeah, let go of the bell. God. Inconsiderate skeleton. Dinner time! Or breakfast time. I'm not sure what time it is. It looked kind of dark when I came down the well. Alright. So now what? Well, I can climb up, but I don't have the bow in my inventory. And I don't know. Let me see. Do I have time to climb up onto the meat after I do that? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright. I'm probably going to regret this decision, but oh well. Of course it drops me right in a pile of bones. Oh, that was handy. Oh, I see. There's two different places it can get sent to. It's either over there on the right, closer to the dragon, or over there in the pile of bones. So what I have to do is activate it when it's already on the pile of bones, and that way stepping on the thing will bring me closer to the dragon. Yes, there we are. Okay, so activate it, climb up, climbing the meat, which is not dirty at all, and slowly... Oh, hi there. Yeah. I think what I did there is I went and pulled a stupid.
Dragon Petite 4.
Sure, whatever that means. So... I'm confused then. Because if I lower myself where the dragon is, he'll eat me, despite the fact that he's sleeping. And if I lower myself over to where the pile of bones are, then I'll automatically raise myself back up. So... what am I doing? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if I... Oh, I think I figured it out. I have to ring the bell. I bet you he'll go over to the meat if it's by the pile of bones. Yep. That's what I gotta do. Have to lower the meat over by the bones, and then lower myself to where the mirror is. I got this. He says as he will probably die in the attempt to do so, but never mind.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Alright. So there's the meat. So we shall raise it again. There it goes to the bones. Now let's ring the bell. Yes. Alright, now while he's doing that, there's the thing. Climb up. You just stay over there. Enjoy your lunch, dinner, breakfast, your Levinses. Go, get the mirror, get the mirror, get the mirror. Phew. Ooh, shiny. Ooh, I got a crown. Nice. Uh-oh. That's not good. Did that mirror just disappear under my cape? Ah, fantasy. Oh crap, we gotta run. Ah, crumbling bridge, this is not good. Oh crap! Oh, there's holes! Oh, there's holes in the bridge. Oh crap! Oh, where am I going? I'm frozen. This is not good. Well, that was exciting. Oh, you just go that way. No, oh, what? Oh, hi, sudden bows. Nice. Could have been a little more warning there, but oh well. Ah, crap. I have to say, in this particular area, I am kind of thankful that... Oh, what? Crap! Now onto a sudden QuickTime event. That's... very, very little warning between switching mechanics, which I don't really like. I could do with a little more warning. But anyway, as I was about to say, in this particular area... If I can get away from the dragon... There we go. I do like the fact that you only have to move the mouse to control the bow, and crap! Don't have to worry about doing anything else but firing. That's what... Which... There we go. Alright, now what we got? Are we done? Slowing down, the music's calming down. Please tell me we're done. Nope, we're not. More bow stuff. Yeehaw! Nice. Good combo of mechanics there, having to shoot the bow to get rid of the dragon. Ow, that hurt. But nice catch with the hat. Oh dear. You might want to get out there. There you go. Or running. Running, I said. Running. Come on, back this way. Like, hurry. It's Crash Bandicoot dinosaur levels all over again. Which, I suppose, makes sense considering Crash Bandicoot, or Sierra rather, published some of the more recent Crash Bandicoot games. So that might have been a more accurate statement than I thought. Like Graham said, phew, we're out of there.
With the magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
So I think in this chapter we're not quite a king yet, maybe a prince or a knight. Oh, a prince, because obviously we're the son of a king. Oh sure, now I can go back in there. Oh crap. So that's what that bell was for.
In that split second, I had 3 choices
joy.
in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Alright. Okay, so I've decided to skip ahead
Triumph,
a little bit.
This looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
Okay, 2 things. One, why am I riding a giant rabbit? And secondly, why does younger Graham have an American accent when the older one has a British one? Okay. Am I supposed to be controlling this? I have no idea. I can't even see it now. More? Okay, yes, apparently I can control this. Let's avoid the trees then. Oh, nope, hit another tree, darn. You missed your hat.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcomed the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Anyway, as I was saying, I decided to cut out of that puzzle involving the dragon and skip ahead a little bit because, like a lot of choices in puzzles in this game, you can go one of a number of ways, and any of them would technically solve the puzzle, but one particular way might be better than the others, so I thought I'd just skip forward rather than risk spoiling any of the solutions or the effects on the story.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Alright, camera pointed me that way, so I'm going to go that way and explore a little bit. I still don't know why I was riding a giant rabbit.
Grandpa!
Hamster.
Can't leave Triumph.
Don't
Whatever that
worry,
is.
Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share
Yeah, he's a
of
giant
sticky
guinea pig.
situations, but
He's
he
fine.
always comes around when I need him.
Have you seen him? Let's see, do I have anything in my inventory? I have 5 gold. Excellent. The only money to my name. I'm a poor son of a bitch. So, what have we here? Is this a fork? No, it's not, and I've lost control. We're looking at whatever this is. Appears to be a parade of some sort. What is that? It's like a... Is that supposed to be a sheepdog? What? Okay then.
Hey! Over here!
I could have sworn the parade of hopeful knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with Triumph. It seemed my first few minutes at Daventry were off to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
Well, what I did was I looked into the water and noticed that the animation looks a little bit weird. Not sure you're supposed to be able to tell that there are so obviously swirls in the water. Oh well. Let's see, what can we grab? A lever of some sort? Oh, it's a horn.
That odd
That doesn't
horn
work.
seemed to be missing some sort of mouthpiece.
Well, let's see if we can go find it. Maybe it's over here where it wouldn't let me look earlier. Yes. Do. Long path with nothing to look at or grab. Yay. Wait, is this... Nope, can't look at it. Can't look at it. La-di-da.
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
Well, I don't see any tracks, but I see a lot of broken trees. Ooh. I'll retract my earlier comment about the water. It's nice enough. I like it. Just still a little confused over the quite obvious patterns. This is a long way to go for a mouthpiece, I have to say. Why does it need a mouthpiece? Why couldn't it just work on its own? I mean, I'm blowing air into it. Scenic cliff stuff is scenic. I have a feeling I was about to fall off that scenic cliff. Yet another nice waterfall. Is it? What is with that frog? It's almost like a caricature. Well, I suppose this game was never really meant to be that realistic. In fact, it looks almost cartoonish. What have we got
I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for.
here? Hey, birds are handy. They're gonna build their birdhouses somehow. Yeah, that's gonna work. That is gonna work. Okay. Worked a little too well, but still.
Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything.
Another nice little end joke about all the older point-and-click games where if you were stuck, you would try using everything in your inventory on everything. So, nice. Well played, writers. Well played. Alright, let's try going across these rocks. Okay, maybe... Okay, we gotta hold a direction, and then... Or maybe not. There we go. Have to hold up in a direction. That's the key to it. Appears to be an old wheel.
That wheel seemed freshly broken.
See, look at the frog. It's weird. What is with that? I wonder if he'll repeat the same lines over and over and
That wheel seemed
bore
freshly
Gwendolyn to
broken.
death.
That wheel seemed freshly broken. That wheel seemed freshly broken.
No, Gwendolyn doesn't appear to mind. Alright, so let's head down here. Still looking for a mouthpiece for a horn. Kind of easy to get lost in here. Well, maybe not get lost, but lose the path and get confused as to where you're supposed to go.
Stand back, you dirty thieves! Wah! Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never
Anyone
sneak
else
up on a
reminded
guy
of
in a
that
dangerous place
shopkeeper
like
with the afro in the Zelda games?
What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a
Oh!
spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a ow or a oh? Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you.
Does this guy ever shut up?
My neck to forge the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Ah, here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits.
I'd rather not. Do you have a mouthpiece?
Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material.
Which you are clipping through.
I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait! You're stuck here with me. Every Bridgin is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, have you been sampling your ingredients?
Nope.
Alright. So, let me see. No, J doesn't do it.
Just a little oop here, a little elbow.
There doesn't appear to be any journal of any kind to remind you of your quests or anything like that. Should I try the hatchet on it?
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
Well, I, of course, tried to use the gold on it.
Seems like a waste
Oh,
of money.
yeah, you're right. Well, I suppose we could use this hatchet just this once. Oh, quick time events. As long as they're used sparingly, I don't mind.
That missing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Grandpa, your infamous puns are not.
There you go. You tell her.
What's the
or him.
matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
Okay. Glowing eyes are never good. Do I still have that X? Good. Maybe I have something to defend myself if I need to. Yosh, minasan.再びその時. Overall, I think this new King's Quest game is a worthy addition to the franchise, and I think both fans of the original games and newcomers to the series will absolutely love it. Voice acting is good for the most part. I'll get to that in a second. The music does not get in the way at all. It provides perfect background accompaniment to the action. And I do have a couple of gripes with the game, the voice acting being one of them. Like I said, it is good for the most part, but some of the actors sound like they can't make up their mind whether they want to sound British or American. So, also, as far as technical concerns, I did notice some graphical glitches. Like at one point in my first playthrough, when you saw it, the bow that I grabbed was sort of floating in the air. I played it again later and it was fine. Graham had the bow in his hand when he was trying to get the skeleton off of him. And speaking of Graham, he could stand to move a little faster. Ironically enough, you can slow him down to a walk, but you can't speed him up. There's no way to make him sprint, and that can get a little tedious when walking great distances. And also, I don't know how often there will be puzzles or sequences like when I was trying to get away from the dragon, and at one point I was shooting hanging beds with a bow, and then all of a sudden I was going to quick time events trying to avoid getting hit, and there was very little warning between the switching of those mechanics, and I was a little disorientated. I don't know how often that'll happen, but again, that was my gripe with it. There was a little warning between the switching. But all that aside, I still think this game is really very beautifully designed, and I do love all the various in-jokes and references to both the older King's Quest games and adventure games in general. Anyway, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this game, and if you'd like to see me do a Let's Play or suggest a game to cover on the show next, leave me a comment and click the like button if you enjoyed the video and share it with everybody you possibly can. And also, please don't forget to click the subscribe button to stay up to date on all our videos. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and like and follow us there as well. 次回まで、私の名はジェミナイです。ありがとうございました。さよなら。
These could have been carved into really nice jack-o'-lanterns.